Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and it's time to start taking a look at the new MMO WildStar. I will be bringing you a lot of coverage on this game, so this is sort of my kickoff to this new video series. We're going to take a look at the character creation for both the Exile and the Dominion. I'm going to split it into two videos, so this is going to be the Exile version. So the first thing to check out is, in this MMO, along with picking your race and class, you also pick a path. And in this game, the path is basically additional game content based on how you like to play MMOs. So you can see here we have a soldier, a settler, a scientist, and an explorer. So for instance, those people who like really exploring the worlds and checking out every nook and cranny, the explorer path would be for you. If you just like killing things and doing assassination type stuff, then the soldier path is more for you. For people who are really big into lore and like knowing what every little detail about certain things are, then the scientists are for you. And then the settler is something that's a little different. Some people refer to it as the social path, but basically there are items in the towns and throughout the wilderness, and it's the job of the settlers to actually keep that stuff up and running, whether it be buff stations, buildings, and so forth and so on. So the classes in this game are the warrior, the engineer, the esper, the medic, the stalker, and the spellslinger. The warrior is basically, let me actually click on human here because they can actually be all the classes. So a warrior is basically your two-handed swordsman. Your engineer has basically a rifle cannon, and they are the one and only pet class in WildStar. They actually get robots. The esper is your mage type or your caster type. The medic is sort of a close range caster is the best way of describing those. The stalker is your stealth class, and then the spellslinger, they use dual pistols, but they are also considered sort of a ranged caster. And in my future videos, I'll be going into more detail on those. But for now, we're going to take a look at the character creator. So again, for the Exiles, you have got the humans, the Aurin, the Granok, and the Mordesh. So we're going to go ahead and start with the human males. We're going to customize here, and we'll see what type of options we have. You have the option of picking from multiple face styles, and then once you have sort of a base style, you can come in and start working on your slider bars. The game actually has a pretty decent amount of slider bars for actually customizing your character. You know, stuff like chin width, eye size, eye socket, ear spacing, eye spacing, and we'll just sort of go down the list here. You know, nose angle, mouth depth. So definitely a pretty good selection here. We'll switch over and we'll go multiple skin colors to choose from. Multiple hairstyles here. We'll just sort of flip through them all here real quick. Or actually, this is hair color, not styles. So sort of your brown, your black, maybe a red, your blonde, a little grayer, a white, and maybe sort of a darker blonde. And again, pretty standard MMO stuff. We got different eye colors. And we've got facial hair combinations, nothing, and then different beards or mustaches. And finally, here's the hairstyles. Just flip through all these here real quick. Shorts and longs and cornrows and little half spike deals and so there you go on that. That is the human male. We'll go ahead and back out. Check out the females here. And again, different face styles. They have the same amount of slider bars, skin colors, hair colors, eye colors. Now here we have a jewelry option. Let me actually back off her hair just for a second, and we can actually see some of the jewelry. Different earrings. And that would be a nothing. So we'll check out the hairstyles here. But definitely not a bad character creator. I mean, I'd say that it's better than some games, but not quite as good as others. I still think Star Trek Online maybe has the best character creator out there. Alright, we'll check out the Aurin here. And we'll just see what they have for different options. So again, you got different face styles. I'm not really a big fan of the super eyes, like the super big anime eyes on the Aurin. I think smaller eyes on these guys look so much better than the big stuff. Now these guys have more interesting skin colors. You know, this is almost like Avatar skin color right there. It's even got sort of the little face freckles. But your greens, sort of your pinks, your pales. This one's almost got more spot stuff going on, so pretty cool stuff. Hairstyles, these Aurin hairstyles are crazy. I'm not entirely sure why you'd want to go that one. That one's really crazy. Flowers in the hair, and the guy can't even hardly see. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. This one kind of reminds me of like Dragon Ball Z type stuff. And again, we can mess in with the hair colors. Now for the Aurin, the hair color you pick also reflects what your tail is. So if we kind of flip around here a little bit. You can see some of them are solid and some of them are sort of layered. Like here's like a solid blue, and then here's like a blue where it goes sort of like the white tips, and the tail reflects that. And then here's like a brown that goes to like, almost like a white, and again the tail reflects that. So pretty cool stuff. I really like the Aurin in this game. I think they're my favorite race. And again we can sort of intermix the eye colors, do some crazy stuff. And again, this is really interesting. They actually have multiple ear styles. Some of them are more, you know, bat-like. Some are more maybe bunny-like or mouse-like. Spiky, non-spiky. Really, some really cool options you can have with these guys. I really like them. So let's back out of here and check out the Aurin females. They're a little bit crazier. Got the gears on the ears going. Again, multiple face styles. Got all the slider bars, same as the rest. More interesting skin colors, more pinks and purples, some yellows going. Some blues. And again, ear styles, and they're different. Or actually, this is hairstyle. I'm getting ahead of myself. Super long hair. Just sort of roll through all these here real quick. Now the heart attachment on this, that is permanent on that one. And we'll just stick with that one for now. And again, hair colors. Purple, black, three shades of blue. Boom, boom, boom. Your pink, your yellow, your white. And eye color again. Red eyes. No, do we need green eyes to match this? Let's go with that blue. That blue looks pretty good. Okay, here's that ear style. And these are completely different than the males. As you can see, these are more forward-facing compared to the males. And we've got jewelry. What kind of crazy stuff do you want on the ears, if anything? And there we go. So we will go ahead and we'll switch over to the Granok, which is the rock people. I'll have to zoom in here a little bit. These guys are really big and tall. 8-9 foot tall. Again, we have different face styles, and you see these crystals that are popping up. There's crystal formations and actual beards and goatees for these guys, so they can have some really crazy stuff. Here's like a damaged guy, had half of his face removed. So we'll go with this guy here for a second. And again, all the slider bars. Skin color, sort of rock colors. They do have some more exotic ones, like a bright blue. Hairstyle, which is basically what kind of rock do you want on top of your head. Here's sort of nothing. Here's sort of army style guy. Here's super spiky. Here's even crazier spiky. Almost like a cornrow spike. Another slight variation of that. Here's I'm missing part of my brain. There's the real mohawk. Cut you in half with that sucker. And sort of a smaller off-centered version on that. We'll go with this one for now. Facial hair. You can do nothing and just go with sort of the rock lines. You can go with the crystal, and there's sort of little different ones. I kind of like that one. That one's pretty cool, the spike look. Now here's sort of the mustache. It's leaves, and then you've got a ring. So I'm actually going to put on the crystals here for just a minute here, and we'll have to switch back and forth. Again, you got multiple eye colors. And I'm going to skip leaf color here for a second. I'm going to go to crystal color. So you have the ability to customize your crystals. Now if we go back to leaf, switch over to leaf here for a second, and we'll go back to facial hair, which was this one, and then back to leaf, and multiple leaf colors on that. So pretty cool on the Granok there. We'll back off and take a look at the female Granok. Get in here nice and close. Multiple face styles as usual. I actually don't know what to think about the Granok female. They just look kind of weird to me. I don't know if I like it or not. Skin color as it loads in here. They have definitely some more bolder ones compared to what the males had. You can go super dark, and this one's actually sort of patterned a little bit, which is really cool. But it's like, that's like a bright, almost like a pink purple. Then you got like this red. You can go really crazy with some of this stuff. Check out the hairstyles. Mohawks and slickbacks, and really hard to form that out of rock. And here's like a straight up plant one. We'll have to check that out here in a minute. A couple of different plant ones, though the full leaf hair piece on that one. So for now we'll go with that one. Multiple eye colors once again. I think all the eye colors are pretty much standard across everybody. And we've got a little bit of jewelry. What do you want hanging off the ears? The crystals? There's no way to change those colors as far as I know. Although let's check. Is it maybe mixed in with the eyes? No, it is not mixed in with the eyes. So confirmed. See, these guys have a lot more jewelry. And there we go on that. So let's go ahead and switch back over to a leaf hairstyle like this one. We'll check out the leaf colors. Pretty standard there. I'm just curious here for a second. I'm going to go red on that one, red on this one, and red eyes, just because I want to see it once. Yeah. Oop, crap, I hit the wrong button. Anywho. So there you go, that's the old red version. So let's jump over to the last ones here. We've got the Mordesh. Yeah, the Mordesh, story-wise or lore-wise, they have a disease, which is one reason why they have sort of parts and pieces missing, and they've had to augment themselves in order to compensate for these things. Let's get a nice spot here. Now the face styles on these guys are a bit more exotic, so I'm actually going to roll through all of them here. They have all kinds of really crazy stuff going. Go with that one for now. Same slider bars, skin color, sort of lighter, darker tones, purples, greens, multiple pales, like a blue pale, green pale, pink pale almost. Hairstyle, we'll go straight bald, and these guys actually do have hair options. Some anyway. Or you can just do the, well, here's my brain, because that part of me is missing as well. I'm going to replace my hair with these metal things. We'll go with that one for the time being. Hair color, if you chose such a thing. Now, for skin color or eye color, your eye color actually matches what your... They actually have a term for this. It's sort of like their... I don't want to say goo, but it's like their innards. But as you can see, I'll actually zoom all the way out here just for a second. Let me go back to a light blue here, or teal. But you can see how it's all changing based on the color that you pick for the eyes. So it's like the stuff they're made up of. And then finally we've got additional facial accessories. And just to show you some more combinations here, let me go back to face style here for a second. Now what if I were to do like that one, for instance, or this one, and then go back to the facial accessories? Again, we've got some slight variations and whatnot, so pretty cool stuff. These guys, it almost seems like the Mordesh have more options. But yep, there you go on the male. So last one we'll check out here is the Mordesh female. And we'll go ahead and we'll check out all their face combinations here, because these guys are so different. Wow, that's really crazy. I've never actually seen that one before. Go with that one for now. Skin colors. And hairstyle. They've got some pretty good hairs. Even like that one, it's just really basic. Lots of tubing on that one. That's crazy. I think all of those are really good. Not a bad one. I mean, maybe the tubing one, but... Hair colors. I'll actually go back to that tubing one just for a second here. So if you go to hair color, does it change? It does not. So there you go. Lesson learned. Go back to that color. Alright, eye color. And again, you can see, we'll zoom out on this one briefly. You can see how their stuff is changing. Alright, we'll zoom back in. Facial accessories. Almost like a whiskers. And there you go. There is the Mordesh female. But yep, that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for the Exile character creator video. So stay tuned for the one on the Dominion. And that will go ahead and do it. So with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.
How about those free bots? As a hologram, I'm all for giving them the right to vote. So long as they don't horn in on our ladies.